Hello and welcome to MTV. In today's episode, I'll be continuing with my Jelle Marble career mode. But before we do that, I've got some big changes coming up to the series. So, firstly, all of the videos will be moving from the Lemming TV channel to a separate channel, which I've linked in the description, and that will just be solely for Jelle's Marble League game videos. And I've done this because my main channel is changing to be more Trackmania based, and I'm also making higher quality content than the Jelle's Marble League videos, so that is why I'm doing it. And the second change is that I am going to make the videos much longer, as in nearly a season long compared to the 2 events that we were doing before. So now that we've finished that, let's jump in. So the next event is the 5-meter sprint. Before we do that, let's check our messages. Lord Parmesan feels that he's lacking strength. Well, we do have a bit of money, and I've also got, before this, did a bit of grinding and got 100 gold, so we can convert that all to in-game currency. And you can see here we've maxed out. Not yet. So now we have maxed out. So now that we have done that, it seems fairly reasonable to put 200 lets him to go to training. And Bob is down on strength, so we will also allow him a new course. So before we jump into the 5-meter sprint, we will go and do a training session. So for the 5-meter sprint, we need someone who has high speed, and that really is Lord Parmesan. We also have Fun Endurance coming up soon, which is endurance, relay, which is speed, and jousting, which is strength, and we'll worry about the rest later. So we need speed and endurance are the main thing. So we do have Pit the Elder, who's got decent endurance, and Lord Parmesan, who's got decent speed, but we'll try and improve their other stats. So first up, we'll put Lord Parmesan into the speed training session just to get him up to 100%. So as you can see here, we don't exactly need all of these, but we still get to 100%, so it's 100% for him. Next up, I believe it was Pit the Elder, who will be doing the Fun Endurance, so we'll improve his endurance too, get it up to 100%. So as you can see here, we nearly got all of them, just missing one, but it doesn't really matter as they won't all be used. So next up is strength. We do have the jousting event, and so I will put Tom on, who's got decent health, motivation, and with a decent run we should hopefully get his strength maxed out. So let's see what can we do here. Able to collect, well, miss a couple of them, but we're able to collect the rest. That's an extra 16%, brings up to 91. Motivation up next. Lord Parmesan, who's going to be doing the next event, his motivation isn't great, so we will improve that. Now we get another 8 motivation at season there, bringing it up to 72. Next up is health. We have a decently well on health, 64 goes from Jeff, but I will most likely put Pit the Elder out as he's running next in the Fun Endurance event, and his health is fairly low and lower than Lord Parmesan, who is running for the next event. As we unfortunately missed 3 there, one was quite off to the left, but if we got those, we could have got 100, but only 86. And finally, there is the tiredness. Right now, Tom has the highest tiredness, and we're only a couple events in, and we don't want our tidiness to get very high very early, so we will go and sort that out. So you get 7 there, that'll bring it down by 40% to 33. So now let's jump into the 5-meter sprint event. So if you don't know what it is, it's basically just get to the finish line as fast as possible, and that's basically it. The Bulls of Chaos and Green Knights using their Joker, and the record is 6.846 by Mellow Yellows, who also lead the championship. They have Team Primary, Oceanics and Savage Speeders, who recently won the Marbula 1 championship. And it looks like they will go through to advance with Team Primary as Mellow Yellow and the Oceanics are knocked out. So we're up against Midnight Wisps, Pinkies and Rojo Rollers. Of course, Pinkies are making their first ever appearance in our career mode, and let's see what we can do. Rojo Rollers also doing quite well so far in the season. They're currently in the top 3. As Pinkies get the best start, and it's going to be quite, well, not very close. So we get a very good run there. Let's see what the time is. It's 6.842, which is a new record for us. So that is very nice. So next up, Snowballs, Cobalts, Rangers and the Green Ducks. Let's see what they can do. Rangers getting an amazing start. Let's see what time will this be. I don't think it's the 6.84, so like we got only a 7.022. So Crazy Cat Size Limers, Balls of Chaos and the Shining Swarm. Crazy Cat Size is doing quite well so far this season, and Balls of Chaos using their Joker, but Crazy Cat Size fallen way back, and Balls of Chaos will advance with the Limers. So we see 9 down to 16 there. See, we're up against Pinkies, Team Primary and the Savage Speeders. We'll keep Lord Palmerston out, seeing as he just broke a record for us. This also makes this part of the season events 2 and 3 some of our best. We also have the record in balancing, and we're taking an early lead here, and that is a comfortable advancement with the Savage Speeders alongside us. Another sub 7 seconds there. Lord Palmerston is really doing well. Next up are Rangers, Snowballs, Balls of Chaos and the Limers. Limers, who so far have only gotten 1 point this season. They'll definitely be improving that as the Balls of Chaos and the Snowballs advance. So as we see, 5th position downwards. Now let's go into the final work against Snowballs, Balls of Chaos and the Savage Speeders. So let's see who will be able to win here. We came fairly close to the championship last season, but only missed out to the Rangers, who had a brilliant season, but it's not been good for us, and that's only a 3rd position. As the Balls of Chaos with their Joker win ahead of Snowballs, then us, and then it is the Savage Speeders, both us and the Balls of Chaos, able to get sub 7 seconds there, thus breaking the record. As we see the podium, what's this do for the championship? Well, Balls of Chaos have a massive lead here at 69 points, then the Mellow Yellow, followed by Snowballs, Rojo Rolls, Team Primary, and we sit in 10th position. So for the next event, let's check our messages, which are following. Savage Speeder Fleets was not present in World League 17. I didn't watch 17, I only started watching it in 19, but happily, no, it's for Losses League. Your fans are partying all night long, meaning none of the other teams could get any rest, and we have a £100 fine, which is fine, and Bob has poor insurance, but there's nothing we can do about it, and Pit the Elder is slow. So as we finish that, let's check if Pit the Elder has kept his endurance, he has, which is very good. So we will jump into the funnel endurance event. So if you don't know what the funnel endurance event is, basically you want to stay in the funnel for as long as possible, and the funnels get increasingly large as you go down. So now let's go into first seat. We're joined by Pinkies, Midnight Wisps, Oceanics, Rojo Rollers, Mellow Yellow, Team Primary, and the Savage Speeders. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to change the marble. Hopefully we will get through though, as all the teams enter into the final first blue one. I do think that we are doing okay, and hopefully we should continue. Though we do have hit the wall there. We don't have the best of rotations, though we are in the top 3, which is good. As we see, I believe that is the Oceanics really having a bad time in the final there, as we are actually in second position going into the final funnel. Only Mellow Yellow ahead of us. It's mainly about advancing, and we will advance just about. Current record is a 105 by the Oceanics, but I doubt that'll be decent here. As we do advance, Savage Speeders, Team Primary, Midnight Wisps, and the Oceanics knocks out. So next up is Snowballs, Kobolds, Rangers, Green Ducks, and a few other teams that I couldn't read, but one of them was the Balls of Chaos, who are leading the championship. So let's see what they can do. The Crazy Cat's Eyes currently in the lead. So we go into the first of the green finals. The team in last position is the Rangers, who actually won the championship last year. Also have won it twice before, as the Shining Swan, now in last position. The Cobalts, I believe, leading, and they do actually hit a couple of the marbles on the way down, so it may not be good for them, as I don't think it's going to be a great time from anyone as we enter the 1 minute mark. The Balls of Chaos will win that with a 101, as we see the teams who have been eliminated. So now we're in the final. We will switch Pit the Elder in, who was supposed to be in before, but accidentally was not. So let's see what can Pit the Elder do. Lord Parmesan did his work in the first part in the semi-finals. Now it's Pit the Elder's go to try and get us a good result. Currently we are in 5th position as we enter the first green funnel. Currently we're doing decently well, fairly outside, but it could be better as we do drop in. Even that's 5th or 6th position there. Cobalts in the lead. So let's see. Currently Mellow Yellow's in last position. We get into the top 3 here. So hopefully we can try and get another podium. A win maybe slightly out of our reach, seeing as the Crazy Cat's Eyes are able to go quite far out, but we have secured ourselves a 2nd, 3rd position in a row. Crazy Cat's Eyes will win that one ahead of the Rojo Rollers. As we see the podium here, the Balls of Chaos remain on top, with the Rojo Rollers their second place of the season, only team to have 2 podiums alongside us and the Snowballs. Crazy Cat's Eyes, their win jumps them up to 3rd position, with Mellow Yellow in 4th, and we will jump up all the way to 6th. So for the relay, we will check our messages. Which team famously celebrates their gold medal win on a spinning fidget. I have no idea. I would assume that'd be Team Momo, seeing as one of their members got injured on Fidget Spinner, but it was Shining Swarm. So Yuri Jelle is self-proclaimed physicist, to the rich and famous in the town. But the other is obsessed with the guy and wants to see basically, and will allow him to do that. Our Bassons have seen better days, but I doubt it makes any difference. And some teams are running low on endurance. We can send them to 24 hours the Marble facility at Bells for a really long training day, so it can improve their endurance, and that's what we'll do. And Pit the Elder is struggling for speed, so we'll just let that happen. But next up is the relay. So we do need 4 marbles with high speed, and Pit the Elder very much struggling, so we cannot select him. Parmesan is good, Jeff is decent, and Tom and Bob at 50% we can improve. So that is what we are going to do. So it was Lord Parmesan who was going to be going first, and Jeff second, with Bob in third, and Tom, who is in fourth, who we will train up to try and get him faster in preparation for this event, as we do miss a couple, 2 to be precise. There's still solid 8 there, brings us up to 70. Next up, endurance. We did send him on an endurance vacation, but Bob hasn't got his endurance all the way back up, so we'll just get it back up, hopefully to 100% for him, as we get a very weird start there, as I do deliberately miss 2, but I know that 16 will be enough to get him up to 100. Next up, strength. The next strength event is jousting, which is the event after relay. So we do need a couple good marbles for that. So Pit the Elder currently with the highest. I'll also send Lord Parmesan out. He could get some improvement on that and would be very good for the jousting, as we only miss a couple there. That's 16%, taking up to 84. Next up, motivation. The team's not great for motivation, so we'll send Lord Parmesan out, who's got 47, pretty low there, and could be good for us to improve it. As we are only at 7, that's 14%, 61. Next up is health. We have decent health, apart from Bob, 59%, so that's who we will send out. As we get all 10 there, the first all 10 of the session, bringing up to 89%. Last, tiredness. So far it is Pit the Elder with the highest tiredness, who we will send out. We are able to get 8 there, gets it down by 16% to 14. So it was, I believe, Pit the Elder who will be doing, not Pit the Elder, Bob, Tom, Jeff, and Lord Parmesan who will be doing the relay event for us. So the Llamas using their Joker here. So if you don't know what the relay event is, basically, well, it's like 5 meter sprint, but they're relay blocks, and you have to push the other marble down. The current record is a 11.051 by the Oceanics, who are running in this heat. So is Team Primary and Mellow Yellow. So let's see, Team Primary, decent start. Mellow Yellow catching up to them here. And it looks like those two will be advancing. So we're up next against Midnight Wisp, Pinkies, and the Rojo Rollers. It was Hit the Other who was not going to it. So we've got Tom, Bob, Jeff, and Lord Parmesan, all who have decent stats going in here. So let's see, what can we do. The aim for this event is probably to get into the top 8. That'd be pretty good, considering we don't have the best team for this event. But we have taken 8 early leads, and that should stand as we finish in first position ahead of the Pinkies, who advance alongside us. Next up, Snowballs, Cocopots and Rangers, and the Green Ducks. Green Ducks taking a early lead, but Snowballs are in trouble as they've been caught up and overtaken. I believe it's the Rangers who will take the win in the spot for the next round in that heat. And then it's Crazy Cat's Osiris, Balls of Chaos, and the Shining Swarm. Balls of Chaos and Shining Swarm right next to each other, though the Balls of Chaos and Shining Swarm actually finished on the same amount of points, but Balls of Chaos won the championship on the amount of medals, I believe, a couple of seasons ago. So as we see, 9th down to 16th, we're in the first round alongside Pinkies, Melioda, and Team Primary. So we'll stick with our team, and let's see what we can do. Fairly equal start for everyone, but we do start falling back alongside Team Primary, though we have overtaken them, but it won't be enough to advance. Pinkies and Yellows advance. Next up, Green Ducks over Rangers, Rangers, and the Crazy Cat's Eyes. Rangers getting a decent start. It's close to Cat's Eyes and the Green Ducks, I believe. No, Limers. It's the Limers and Cat's Eyes who go through. The Rangers just missing out as we get 5th position there. Next up, Mega Yellow's, Pinkies, Limers, and the Crazy Cat's Eyes. Limers using their Joker for this event, so a win would be really good for them, but it looks like they're going to get 3rd place with the Pinkies. Newcomers to the our league will win here, and I believe that is their first win. Yes, it is first podium as well, as the Balls of Chaos keep their lead at the top of the championship. The Crazy Cat's Eyes and Mellow Yellow are starting to close in. So next up is Jousting. For that we'll check our messages. Who was the captain of Team Momo in 2019? I believe it's Momo. It's Momo, which is surprising. And you're invited to dine in to celebrate his birthday, which I'll do. It doesn't really have any effect. So next up is Jousting. I believe we'll be using Pit the Elder and Lord Parmesan, who has the best strength stats. As you see, basically you have 2 marbles on each side, and you have to push the ball bearing in the middle forward. As we can see, it's only much larger than 0.3. So first up, Oceanics and the Savage Speeders. The record for this is 19.5 by the Hazers. So we see Oceanics will advance here. Team Primary go up against the Mellow Yellows. Let's see, Mellow Yellows, looks like they have won there, but it did bounce off one of their marbles, which puts it much closer, but no consequence there. Pinkies against Rojo Rolls. Pinkies won the last event, but it looks like they will not be advancing. See, Rojo Rollers have a decent post push, and they should win that. Now we are up against the Midnight Fist, so it was, I believe, Pit the Elder and Lord Palmerston who will be representing us against the Wisps here. And it does look like we have gotten a very decent win, 12.3. I believe that's the biggest win of the event so far. Snowballs play the Cobalts now, and I believe the Cobalts should be winning that. And they do, but not by much, only 1.7. Rangers against the Green Ducks here. The Rangers, very decent push. They will get a 13.2, very good from them there. Crazy Cat's Eyes against Slimes, of course. Crazy Cat's Eyes are in second place in the championship, and they will win there. And next, first place in the championship, Balls of Chaos against their rivals in our career mode, Shining Swarm. So let's see, it should be the Balls of Chaos, who are having a very good season here, as they win 7.2 there. So we see the semi-finals. Oceanics will play Mega Yellow, Brighter Worlds against us, Cobalts against the Rangers, and a big match, Crazy Cat's Eyes against Balls of Chaos, first against second. I believe that also happened last season, with us against the Rangers in the football event, as the Mega Yellow win the first of the quarterfinals. We're up now against the Rojo Rollers. We will keep our team. They've done pretty well, especially with their large winning margin. So let's see what can we do here. And it will be another win for us. This time a lot smaller, but we will get into the semi-finals. Cobalts against the Rangers up next. And it looks like the Rangers, with their slightly later second marble, able to win that one there. And now the big one, Crazy Cat's Eyes against the Balls of Chaos, first and second in the championship. So let's see, what can they do? I believe it is going the Crazy Cat's Eyes way here. And it's going very far the Crazy Cat's Eyes way. 12.3, another big win here. So we see we play Mellow Yellow, who are also doing well in the championship, and Rangers will take on the Crazy Cat's Eyes. So we'll keep our line up here and go against the Mellow Yellows. Very decent buyers, and that should be a comfortable win, taking us to the final and our third podium of the season. And Crazy Cat's Eyes will take on the Rangers, and Crazy Cat's Eyes will beat the Rangers. So we will take on the Crazy Cat's Eyes in the finals, and the Rangers against the Mellow Yellows. So first up, Rangers and Mellow Yellows, who will get a podium here. It's going the Mellow Yellows way, but only just as a 4.5 there for the Mellow Yellows, and we'll keep our team ahead of the game against the Crazy Cat's Eyes. Could this be our first win of the season? It will be our best result of the season, and let's see, it should be our first win as it does fall, and we get a win here. Very good for us. So we see as this year for the championship, we're up in third position, and it's very close between Crazy Cat's Eyes and the Balls of Chaos. Crazy Cat's Eyes overtaking the Balls of Chaos here. So into the next round, hurdles. Before that, let's check our messages. So we're going invited to a marble museum. Bob should improve their speed. Let's invite some Sunrideys professionals to come over. So we have a choice of who we want to bring in. I'll bring in red number 3. He's done it very well, won a couple championships. And Pick the Other feels that he lacks speed, but we can spend our money more strategically. As next up we have hurdles, then block pushing, and then triathlon. So 2 speed and a strength event. But if we look at the speed, wow, pit the other at 0 speed. That is very bad. But Lord Parmesan does have 90 speed, and the next one is a solo event. So we would want Lord Parmesan to try and get 100, and his tiredness isn't great. And as for strength on the next event, we do need 4 marbles who have strength, and we do have 4 marbles, but Tom could do some improving, so we'll do a training session. So first up, as I said before, Lord Parmesan will go to try and get his speed maxed out ahead of the next event here, as we do get what we need, and only just missed the last, so I was trying to get full 1 there, but only 8. That does take him up to 100%. So next up we have endurance, and Bob, lowest endurance with 88, so let's get him up to 100. As we do get 9 there, plenty to get us to 100. So next up is the strength. I believe it was Bob, Lord Parmesan, and Pit the other, who are, as well as Tom, who are going out for the block pushing event. So we'll put Tom in and try and get his stats a bit higher, as they aren't great right now, only at 60%. Though we're very close to getting 30% added, but only 18, but still decent, 78%. Next up is motivation. Lord Parmesan at 17, seeing he's going next, we might as well send him out for the extra motivation. If we do get all of them here, we'll get maxed out, but we're only able to get 9, which is still 88%, very good indeed. So next up is health. I believe it's Jeff who has the lowest health, so we'll go and just quickly improve that. As we're only able to get 7 there. Not great, but not terrible. And last off, Lord Parmesan, who will put out for the tiredness event, as he's going next, and he's nearly got 40% tiredness. So a little bit of reduction there should be quite good, but we miss a lot. Only able to get 6, that's very poor. So it does reduce it down to 27. So let's jump into the hurdles event. So it's very similar to 5-meter sprint, but you just have to go over some hurdles, as you can see here. So the current record, 8.244 by the Kobolds. They are, so it's currently Savage Speed is Team Primary and the Yellow, and Oceanics, I believe. So looking like Oceanics and Team Primary will advance into the next round. So we're up against Midnight Wisp, Pinkies, and Raho Rollers. We will also use Lord Parmesan, who has some very good stats here. So let's see, what can we do. We're currently in 3rd position in the championship, only by the Balls Curse and the Cat's Eyes, so a decent result here will be good for us, but it's not going to happen, really come 3rd here, with the Midnight Wisp and Pinkies advancing. So Snowballs, Kobolds, Rangers, and the Green Ducks. Of course, Kobolds have the record in this event. So let's see, what will these teams do. Say exceptional start, I believe, for the Green Ducks. It's a very good run for them. So time 8.105. That is a bigger record for the Green Ducks. Second record to fall today, and let me just update my spreadsheet. I think I left the news on for a while, so sorry about that. As we continue on, I'm sure you saw what was going on there. And now I'll do the last event for the episode, the triathlon. So we need a fast marble. Lord Palmson also planned to do, but Jeff currently has 100 speed, so we will use him. So if you don't know what the triathlon is, basically you just go down this track and it's like a Marbula 1 race. There's 3 parts: the Marbula 1 track, dirt and water. So Oceanic established speeds, primary and mellow yellow. Up first, mellow yellow having a bad bounce at the start there. Speed, the Oceanics leads the way. Current record is a 22.615 by the Savage Speeders. It's very close going to so it's the Oceanics dropping down into last position. So I believe that is Team Primary who will win this round, advancing alongside the Savage Speeders. So now we're up against Midnight Wisp, Pinkies and Roho Rollers. Oh, I forgot to change the marble there, so Lord Palmson will be going out for the first round. Hopefully he can do well. Currently in 3rd position with Midnight Wisp dropping back, so hopefully we'll be able to catch up in the water part, which is very crucial. As we saw last time, the Oceanics, who were first, dropped down to last position, but I doubt we will be able to win or even get through here. It looks like the Pinkies and Roho Rollers, or maybe Midnight Wisp may overtake, but we do have to speed, but it's far too late. And a last position for us, Pinkies and Midnight Wisp go forward to the next round. Snowballs, Cobalts, Oranges and Green Ducks up next. So let's see Snowballs and Green Ducks leading the way. The Snowballs are continuing in 1st position. Let's see, can anyone else catch up to the Rangers, who will remain in 2nd, I believe. And the Snowballs and Rangers advancing to the next round. Of course, not great for us. Snowballs are quite close to us, only 6 points behind us. And the Crazy Casters and Balls of Chaos. Crazy Casters tied with us. Balls of Chaos a couple of points ahead of us. They also go out with the Limers and Shining Swarm. Shining Swarm heavy hit there as the Limers lead the way. So it looks like the Limers should be able to secure a fairly safe advancement, though Crazy Cat Size are coming back at them. Though they do get a push by the Cat Size, and now the Shining Swarm go and overtake the Cat Size. So Cat Size, Watercast and us out. This leaves a very good chance for these Snowballs to catch up, but they are in the 2nd semi-final. Team Primary Societies, Pinkies and Midnight Wisp are here. So Midnight Wisp taking a very big early lead, absolutely miles ahead of the next team. But they can all catch up in the water part, which is what they have done. Midnight Wisp now in 2nd position. So Speeders overtake them, but they already overtake Speeders, and it's very close between Primary and Speeders. Let's see who wins, and only just the Team Primary will advance to the finals. But who will that be alongside Snowballs, Rangers, Limers, or Shining Swarm? Snowballs and Limers having a bad start. See Shining Swarm lead the way. Snowballs catch up to the Rangers. 3 marble train forming here as this Shining Swarm leading the way. As we can see, it looks like the Limers and the Shining Swarm will be able to get through, but it's a very close ending there. But it will be by only 3/10 of a second, separating the entire field. Limes and Shining Swan advancing. As you can see, 5th down was there, and now for the final with primary miners and the Shining Swarm. So, Shining Swarm taking an early lead, and there is the Midnight Wisp close behind them. Team Primary are quite close, but it looks like it'll be the Shining Swarm and Wisp at the top into the water part. But I believe the Shining Swarm making a small lead, but the Wisp will go and actually take them with a big burst of speed at the end. And I believe Shining Swarm the second, followed by the Liners, and then Team Primary. So we see the podium here. So this means that we drop down to 4th position, but only 5 points separate the top 4 of Balls of Chaos, Crazy Cat's Eye, Snowballs, and ourselves. Of course, Balls of Chaos and Snowballs have both already won a championship. I believe it was Season 2 for the Snowballs and Season 4 for the Balls of Chaos. We of course have come close on multiple occasions, and then Crazy Cat's Eyes, who have also done decently well. They were out of the championship for 3 years, but they have already had a year behind them. So this will be the last event of this episode. It's a very good 7th event episode. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. So like and subscribe. Check out the channel where all the new videos will be posted. I'm going to unlist all of the current videos on my channel. I'm currently reposting them on the other channel. They'll still be the playlist on my channel if you want to see any of the old videos. And that's it. Bye.